Hello, everyone. I am here to provide you with a collective dream message. So, if you are here, this might be for you. However, if it does not fit, do not force it. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Yes, as always, use your own discernment, okay? Not every message is for you. So, I'll just get right into it. I remembered this dream vividly, very vividly, like almost all of it. Um, Okay, so this dream started off in a warehouse. Warehouse is about storage. It represents storage of resources, of ideas, of projects, just things that are held, right? Things that can be used. Okay, it's something that's like kind of put in the back for a later use. Again, whether that be resources, ideas, information, such and such projects. Okay, and then there was flower. It was a flower warehouse, and the flowers represent purity, love, balance, aspirations, life. Okay, lotus flowers could be significant, as well as lilies. Okay. But this was a huge, a ginormous warehouse. Okay. There was multiple different areas for the different kinds of flowers, lots of shelving, very well lit, both by above, indoor lighting and by windows, outdoor lighting. There was also garages at the end of each like individual flower room. So they had those open. It was a relatively warm day, so they had those open, and that let in a lot of light. But I have been to this warehouse before. I went there once, like 4 years ago, and once I woke up after this dream, I remembered very well. I was like, wow. I mean, it's been like a long time since I dreamt of that place. But in the astral realm, time and space, they don't correlate. So it's not like I hadn't been there in 4 years, but when I had this dream 4 years ago, I had went with my mom. She's a person who really likes to she likes to have a lot of different hobbies. She has a lot of different aspirations. She's a very crafty person, and it's really fun. She's always doing something new, right? But I went with my mom, and that might be a message for somebody that it would be a good idea for you, or you're being guided to take up some sort of new hobby, or even more than one hobby, or studies, or hobbies or studies or crafts. Okay, something to really do with your time, a better use of your time. Okay, and that's not for all of you, but that's for somebody, right? Uh, but I'd gone there with my mother, and I left. I guess I left something there 4 years ago. I do remember. Oh wait, no, I'm skipping a part. I left a plant there when I went the other day. This is about 4 days ago. This dream, okay? Yeah, 4 nights ago, right? I I went there to buy a new plant and to pick up an old plant that I'd left there 4 years ago. Again, astral realm, time and space doesn't matter, so it wasn't, doesn't correlate. But it was this indoor plant, very pretty pink plant, and which had my ex's name on it for some reason. I'm not sure. But uh, I was picking up this plant. I was picking up this plant, and I remember that for the time that I visited 4 years ago, there was somebody that had told me to do something, or was it? Yeah, they like told me to do something because they thought I was an employee, and I was so confused. I was like, I don't work here. I remember that vividly from last time. And then in this dream, I picked up my plant and I bought a new plant. Right, so like new idea, new aspiration, new form of life, new love, etc. And yes, I'm talking about me because it was me in the dream, but me and the metaphors could can definitely represent the collective and things going on within their life. That's why I share my dream messages. Just because I am the one in the dream doesn't mean that it's only my message. This is for my collective, anybody that resonates with me, typically. I love drinking my tea during the messages. Yeah, so I was going to leave. I was talking with an employee that worked there, a masculine employee. I don't quite remember what we were talking about, but this woman came out of a different room. There was a door that went to another storage area for different kinds of flowers over there. But she came out and she like stormed out. She came out towards me like she was angry. She was very frustrated and annoyed. She was very annoyed. And she handed me these papers and so I grabbed them, confused. I grabbed them and I looked at them and it was a test, okay? There was multiple pieces of paper, but it was a test. And I looked at the scoring and stuff. There were some C's, maybe some B minuses. Maybe. But a lot of it was like D's and F's. And I looked up and I was like, I don't work here. These are not my tests. And she was like frustrated that I had responded in that way. And she just like kind of looked at me like, you know, like, these are yours. And I was like, I don't work here. The employee that I was talking to was confused as well. And I was like, I don't work here. And I found it kind of humorous because of the way that she had approached me, as though she wanted these failed tests to be mine. I was like, these aren't mine. And so she was like, she got really annoyed that they weren't my failed tests. And she was like, whatever, I don't even have time for this. And then she left and she went back into the other room. And me and the employee just looked at each other like, what was that about? And the thing is that this lady wasn't even like a boss. She was an assistant manager. So she wasn't even like a higher up. I don't know whose tests these were. I don't know why she thought they were my tests. I don't know I don't know why she thought I worked there. And then I also came to find out that everyone there thought that I worked there. And all these people, because people kept looking at me weird. It's like I came to the shop and people didn't like me at this shop. They were looking at me weird. And I was like, why are these? I came to find out that everyone here thought I worked there. And because they thought I worked there, they thought I was lazy and that I didn't do my job and I was just putzing around. So nobody liked me. So I spent some time there once I told people, you know, like, I don't work here. These, you know, I came here some time ago and I left a plant here. I was just coming into the store and into the warehouse to buy myself a plant and pick up the one that I left here last time I was here. So I talked to everybody, most of them one-on-one and then sometimes in little groups. And they came to realize that I didn't work there and that I was a well-likable person and they loved having me around and they enjoyed my company. And I'm not sure exactly why I was staying around talking to the employees. I enjoyed being there. I enjoyed being around the flowers, around the life, the love, the qualities of a flower, right? The aspirations. And I loved that there was so much light in this area. And one second, my dog was whining. And these people were well-to-do, and they all were going about their own jobs and doing well at them and stuff. And so I was enjoying socializing with the love and the life and the aspirations that were around. And then at one point there was a scene where I was talking to this guy. I was in a group of I was with several people, and one of the guys, I started talking one-on-one with him, and we weren't too far from the group either, but I was talking one-on-one with him, and he was like flirting with me and buttering me up, like he was flattering me and stuff like that. We were having a fun conversation. He wasn't like gross about it or anything like that. He was It was just a fun conversation. We were having a good time. We were like laughing a little bit. And then he asked me out on a date, and I, and then I came to realize that it came out like he was asking me on a date and for someone else, and like buttering me up for someone else. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. You're not as cool as I thought you were. And I was confused. I was like, why are you trying to butter me up for someone else? Like, that's really weird. So yeah, that was just another metaphor in itself there. And then I went on. I was on a mission all of a sudden. Like, I was going somewhere throughout this warehouse. Oh, why are you? Oh, that's why. I was on this mission. Along this mission, it was really weird. Along this mission, all of a sudden I was like outside, and it was supposed to be my local town, the town that I live in, but there was construction going on everywhere. And I'm talking like everywhere. And like the streets were like, I mean, it was on like every corner there was a new building being built. Ooh, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a lot of things being reconstructed or new things that are in the process of being built in your life, okay? Especially astrally, or not astrally, but energetically. There's a lot of things that are being worked behind the scenes. And I'm talking a lot, okay? It was packed with buildings being built. And in the middle of these buildings was like this theme park. Okay, there was this theme park, but it was all slides. There was a bunch of different kinds of slides, long slides, short slides, curly, like super curly slides, wavy slides, really fast straight slides. It was really fun. And I had my son with me somehow in the middle of this dream. It was like a little, in the middle of it, little detour, and then like continued with the dream. Metaphor in itself there too. But I was with my son, and I got to go on these slides, and it was really, really fun. And then I went back to my mission. And so I went from the storage area to the pool house and the greenhouse. I'm not sure exactly why there was pools in the greenhouse, but it was a beautiful area. There was several pools, and there was all like a white, like the greenhouse was to the left, and then there was a bunch of white, the white flooring, and in the pools it was all white. Everything was white. And it was like there was one guy that like ran the pool area, and he was super charismatic. He was lively. He loved doing what he did. He did a wonderful job cleaning the pool and the greenhouse area. It was like shiny. It was very clean, shiny clean. And he loved what he did. And the water was like this beautiful crystal blue. It was a really pretty spot. And this guy, he like jumped in the pools. I guess he liked swimming. I don't know if the pools were just there for him to swim in. I don't know, but he really liked to dive into the pools. And he was like, you want to come swim in? And I was like, no, that's okay. Thank you. I gotta go somewhere. Like, I love swimming too. And the water looked so beautiful. But I was like, I have somewhere to be right now. So I kept going, and and then I don't remember exactly once I left the pool house, how I got to this part, but I got into some sort of main office, and I was speaking, and the energy like changed too. I was speaking to HQ, to headquarters. And like, that's what I remembered when I woke up. I was like, that was HQ. It was like it was very important kind of energy. And when I went in there and I was talking to these people, I made sure that I did not bring emotions into the situation, because it was a serious environment and they were very logical people. And I knew that emotions were not part of what they do or what I was speaking to them about. So they were, I don't know if it had to do something with this test, and this test that was handed to me that was a failed test that didn't even belong to me because I didn't even work there. But yeah, it was, the vibe changed. It was like I was speaking with some sort of spiritual authority, some sort of spiritual headquarters. Headquarters with some sort of faction, spiritually, astrally. Um, and I brought something to their attention. And there was a main male, a main masculine, sorry, masculine and feminine. In the astral, gender is not relevant, okay? It's all energy. So it was a masculine energy, and he held a clipboard with a bunch of papers on it. There was also a feminine energy who seemed to be like side by side with him. But she had papers in her hands, but she didn't have a clipboard. I don't know exactly why that's like relevant or specific. But he was looking over the papers, and it seemed that he had either like some sort of missing document, or there was like misinformation on this documentation. And they both looked concerned. He looked quite concerned, like almost worried, but not quite. He wasn't there. Emotions weren't brought into this situation, right? But there was concern here. They were like, as though, they weren't the ones that lost the documentation or did the documentation wrong. Because this was a very clean, precise, very logical, very responsible place. Okay. Something to do. It was like some sort of court. It was a headquarters. It was a higher up, okay? And these were people that took care of business. They loved their jobs. They did what they were supposed to do, that kind of thing. And yeah, they were looking through he was looking through the papers, and he was like, this isn't right. And the woman looked concerned as well. They both looked concerned. And they didn't say too much to me because, again, I was just bringing something to them. It wasn't something that I was like, I don't work there. I was just bringing something to their attention. Okay. And so they went over. I knew a hair went in there. Ugh. Sorry, you just had to see me do that. Get out of my tea. Distractions. But yeah, they had thanked me for bringing this to their attention, and I thanked them. I was like, thank you for, I had said finally meeting with me. Thank you for finally meeting with me. And they said, this is some serious information here. And I said, I'm really grateful that I got to speak with you guys. As they've been meddling with this for quite a while in the earthly realm. Okay. And we shook hands, and then I woke up. And, so I gave you this, 18-minute rundown of the dream I had 4 nights ago to say that something is about to go down. Some shit is about to go down. Okay, I'll start off with the beginning, how the storage, the warehouse, there was some sort of, for you collective, there's some sort of idea, some sort of project, some sort of mission, some sort of love or life work, something that's been that was put in the background, that was put in storage for a while, okay? It was kept in a safe place while you had to deal with something else, okay? And now that you are in a place of revisiting this stuff, you are bringing new life to something. You are bringing new life to an idea, a project, information, education, a study, resources. You're bringing in new resources or new ways of creating resources, new tools, whatever that might be for you personally. Okay, you're revisiting something and you're bringing something new to this. It's now something that you are stepping into. Okay, flowers can also represent like spiritual aspirations. It can, and faith and devotion. Okay, so it could be something like you have a certain part of your faith that you're reawakening, or you're bringing in new ways of practicing your faith, your devotion to your Most High. And, okay, so it starts with that. And then there is someone that like, it's as though someone wants you to be doing some sort of work that is not your work. Okay, it's like as though somebody wanted you to fail a test on some sort of work that you don't even do. It's like, because it's not your job to do it. It's not on your mission to do it. It's not on your path. You are starting onto something new, and someone's trying to bring you something that isn't even yours. Now, I don't know if it's because someone else said that this work was yours, that this test was yours, if it was because, again, this wasn't a boss, this was an assistant manager, so it's like she was doing something for a boss. I don't know if this person said that it was your work or your test. I don't know if someone said that, or someone was like pretending to be you and took this test and failed it. I'm not exactly sure what that means for you specifically, okay? Everybody's going to be different here. And someone is upset that this test isn't yours, that you're not the one that failed something to do with work that isn't even a part of your path or your mission. Okay, really interesting. And then as well here, we move into the, scoot back. There is maybe this could be astrally, energetically, spiritually, or it could be in the physical. Take it as it resonates for you specifically. But there could be like a group of people that work in a certain job, that work in, I'm looking at this 10 of Cups that's just sitting here. Okay, this could be like a family or some sort of organization or a community. But there is like a bunch of people that also somehow believe that you work there. Or that you are a part of it when you're just a visitor. You're just a visitor or a shopper or a customer or a guest, right? Yeah. And it's like a temporary spot for you. You were just going in and you were going out. You were going in. You were purchasing, you were putting your resources towards something that was of value to you, and you were bringing it back. There was also something you left here. Something that maybe you put to the side for a while, you put in the back because you had other things more of priority, more important to focus on. So you were going back to those things. In whatever this workplace or this community, this family. I looked at the 10 of Cups again. Okay, whatever this is something that makes you very happy. Okay, whatever this idea, this aspiration, this new love, this new life, for confirmation, these new goals, it's something that makes you very happy. It's something where you are able to share your generosity and others share their generosity with you. Or at least this is how it was meant to be. Okay, but for some reason, these people all thought you worked there and that you had more of a role to play there than you did. That you were supposed to be doing things that you weren't supposed to be doing. Okay, I don't know what that means for each and every one of you. But it's definitely relevant because it was everyone, right? But so I don't know if this is happening now or this already happened or it's going to happen for you. But people are going to realize that you don't work there, whatever there is and whatever this work is. Okay? They're going to realize that you're not someone that is, just putzing around the place, not doing what you're supposed to do. Because, again, you don't work there. And you're going to be able to you're going to be able to get to know these people. It's going to be a place, like I said, where you can feel content, where you can share your generosity and others share their generosity with you. And it's a good socializing. There's a freaking gnat flying around. It's a good socializing thing. Final manifestation, completion, the result of true will. Okay, so whatever you've been through over the past for me, it'd been 4 years, okay? 4 years. This could be your timeline, or it could be 4 months, or 4 weeks, or maybe four isn't even a relevant time for you. But for someone out there, for multiple, I'm feeling four is significant. Okay, whatever. And I'm gonna say 4 years because that's what it was. That's what it came through for me. Came through as for me. In the past 4 years, whatever you've been going through, whatever sort of, I'm getting like a karmic cycle, or maybe some sort of hardship, some sort of struggles, some sort of lessons, some sort of trial and tribulation, some sort of et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? There was something else that you had to be focused on, that there were certain aspirations or certain parts of your life or certain areas of love, maybe your heart chakra. There were certain things that had to be put to the back, that had to be put in a safe place, okay? As I said in the beginning of the video, the storage, there were things that were stored in the back in a safe place until you were able to get back to them. Now you're in a space where it is safe. There is a lot of light, okay? There was light coming in from the front. There was light coming in from windows. There was light coming in from some lights above. And it was like white lighting too. It wasn't yellow lighting. So it was more like a kind of a natural sort of lighting, right? Things are feeling more natural. You're feeling back to yourself. You're understanding who you are. There's a lot of light, okay? There's a lot of positivity. In the past 4 years, you could have been going through a lot of darkness, through a lot of shadow, like a dark night of the soul, where you were really doing like internal work and going through a lot of trial and tribulation, a lot of struggle, where you had to overcome a lot of different lessons, a lot of different obstacles, a lot of different delays to starting something new or coming to a light position, right? So, I was just channeling because I don't even know what all I just even said, or where I was at beforehand. There's something you've been going through for 4 years that now you are out of this. You are out of this phase. You have moved out and you are revisiting something. You are coming back to something and you're bringing new life to it. You're putting new resources. You have, after this 4 years, you have created new tools. You have new resources, possibly 4 new resources, 4 new tools that you didn't have 4 years ago or whatever timeline it is for you. You're now implementing these new things into whatever it was that you put back in a safe place at one point. Okay, and moving into the pool room, the greenhouse area, this beautiful, pristine area. Pools represent emotions. They represent the inner world. You're feeling very clean there. Okay, the waters were very crystal blue. They were very calm. And this guy, the pool greenhouse guy, he like watched over and he cleaned the place. Very charismatic. You're feeling very enlightened emotionally or on your internal world. It's very clean. It's very calm. It's very serene and peaceful. Not only is it serene and peaceful, it's uplifting. It's enlightening. It's like it's like luxurious, like internally. It's pristine and it's a place of relaxation. Like there was a lot of peace there. Like I could have spent all day talking to that guy and swimming in the pool and like having a good time. And I know the vibes would just be solid and smooth all the way through. Sorry, I'm just thinking it was so pretty. Okay, so whatever work you have done in the past 40 years, collective, has been so immense, and you have done such a good job that this internal world of yours is now like squeaky clean. It's white, purity. Okay, we have the symbol of the flowers, purity. White is a color of purity. Something has been refreshed. And then we have the new, as I said in the beginning, I said a baby plant. It's fresh, it's new, it's pure. You have gone through some sort of death and rebirth to end up in this position. And there is someone or multiple people that are like testing that or want to test that, but like you already did it or something. So it's like they're bringing results to you that aren't even yours because other people are going through it. You're not going through it, and they're getting something mixed up here. They're getting something twisted here. Okay, people, maybe people right above you, or people, the thing is you don't even work here. So I can't even say above, in positions above you. It's like, it's just people of a workplace or a community or an organization or something like that, that they're getting something confused because they think that you're someone that you're not, I think. I think they like you look like another employee, or you're, or it's, if we're talking, if we're talking astral, metaphorically, energetically, maybe you resemble someone else, or someone has been resembling you. Okay, there's even a possibility like someone is saying that they're you, or coming across like they're you, and they're taking tests under your name, and people are confusing you and another person or something like that. Huh. Um, and sorry, real quick. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but I was just very drawn to this arrowhead. I found this near one of my favorite trees at a local park recently, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. Hold on, let me shine some more light on it. What's the best? There we go. Yeah. Let me get my face out of the way. Sorry. um, isn't it so pretty? I was like, what? What a cool find. Okay, it's an arrowhead. Ah, man, I still haven't refreshed myself on what the arrowhead meaning is for crystals, what its relevance is. But I'm getting fire energy, especially because I could not figure out what crystal this was. There was like, I looked around and I was like, it's some sort of jasper agate mix. The only thing that I found that looked the most like this was red velvet agate or Mexican moss agate. It's definitely grounding though. It's got a very buzzy energy. Okay, it's healing. It's healing. The first time that I held it and just like meditated with it, and I'm starting to feel it now. It like sends this vibration through my body. It's very healing. It heals the nervous system, but not like the bodily nervous system. It's like the aura nervous system or something like that. Okay. So I don't think this is one that aligns with like, chakras of the physical vessel. I think this has to do with a chakra of, outside, lower or upper, lower. It feels like lower. Okay. Some sort of grounding into the physical. Okay. I'm getting, this is like, grounding the higher self into the vessel. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. You're on a new level of your spiritual journey. Okay. You've been through an entire phase of spiritual awakening, an entire phase of your spirituality where you once had a spiritual awakening, and now, and you have gone through a bunch of, you went through a dark night of the soul. At least 4 years is what I'm getting. Okay. Unless you are at the beginning of your journey and this is something that is prophesized for you, then it will be like maybe 4 months into your journey right now. But like, I think that people that are coming across this and watching this is going to be something that you have been through. Okay. You've been through these trial tribulations, this dark night of the soul. You've done a lot of shadow work and healing. You have renewed your aura, your sense of self is what I just heard. Oh, that's beautiful. You have renewed your sense of self. Okay. You have renewed your world perspective. You have refreshed it is what I heard. Refreshed your world view, your world perspective. There's something very new within you. Okay. You're entering a new phase of your spirituality. I got this card with the Hierophant earlier today. Okay. Whatever phase you're stepping into, collective, you are bringing in your higher self. You are grounding your higher self into your vessel. This next phase of your life is going to be aligning with your higher self, is going to be walking as your higher self. And it's going to take some time to get there. The last phase was at least 4 years, right? Okay, so you're going to be, it's going to take some time to do this, but in this new phase, you're going to have like this new sense of self, this new identity, and you're going to be grounding into this new self, learning about this new self. Yeah, there's new education, there's new life, there's new love, okay? And this is a period, this is a phase of your life that's going to be very abundant emotionally and internally, okay? A lot of happiness. There's going to be a sense of belonging. Maybe these people here, you could be coming into a soul tribe within this next phase, like your true soul tribe, Pisces energy, and you're meeting these people right now in the astral, okay? And these are going to be people that are interested in the same spiritual things as you are, or the same beliefs as you are. And spirituality is different for everyone, okay? But you're going to, with the Pisces here, Neptune, you're going to be aligning with people that understand you, and that you understand them, that your beliefs and your phase are going to be aligned. These are people that have done the work. These are people that have gone through this phase of their spirituality where they have cleansed that internal world, and now their internal world is squeaky clean. You know, this kind of feels like the pool area. Home, feeling blessed, belonging, happiness, generosity. Like I said, this guy was very charismatic. He was very helpful. He was very nice. Okay, you're going to be meeting people of this caliber, I just heard. You're going to be meeting people and you're going to be rejoicing, where it's like you and these people have reconnected to your inner children. Okay, and you're going to create some sort of community with these people. Wow. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords in the reverse right under that. You have ended a cycle of conflict, a phase of conflict, or in your spiritual journey, it says strength tested, assertiveness. You went through a phase where your strength was severely tested. I didn't mean to say severely, but obviously. Okay, your strength was severely tested, especially your individuality. The Five of Swords is an Aquarius card. Uranus card, because I know some people are going to be silly about it. But your individuality was tested. You were building your individuality, okay? Your uniqueness. You were coming into yourself in the last phase, okay? Your strength was tested. You went through phases of conflict. You went through a lot of internal conflict, of fighting yourself, that dark night of the soul. You were fighting yourself. Oh, that's so aggressive. It was a very harsh phase for you. It was a very heavy phase, okay? There was times that you didn't know what laid in front of you. It seemed like it was just conflict and ego, and it was navigating the waters of ego. Okay, it could have been very, very rough seas, lots of storms that you had to weather here. Okay, and you came out of this, you have come out of this assertive, fair, approachable. I'm reading that off the Five of Swords here. Okay, there's a balance here. And now you are having movement and changes. Okay, we have assertiveness on this card, and we have the Emperor here. You have asserted yourself. You have come into your sense of yourself. Own your space with confidence. You know who you are now. You stand in who you are. You express who you are. When I channel a lot, I get really red. Does anybody else do that? I don't know if anybody else that taps in here is a channeler or is a medium of any sort. But do you also get red when you channel a lot? and what I mean by channel is when I get into those like tangents where I'm just like, you know, I'm talking at you like from spirit, you know, like the words that are coming out of my mouth, whatever hits you heavy, that's when I'm channeling, right? Okay, it's a blend of spirit and then my own experience. Sometimes I don't understand what the fuck is coming out of my mouth, and then I watch it back and I'm like I don't know. Channeling's really cool. Does anybody else experience this red stuff? Anybody else? I also have a weird body, a weird vessel. Very sensitive, very sensitive. I'm getting off topic here. Sorry. Hope you don't mind listening to me ramble. Okay, we have the Justice card in the reverse where it says false accusations, intolerance, injustice, dishonesty, bias. It's like this whatever this workplace was, or also at the very beginning of the dream, before I went to the warehouse, there was these people that were all from my past when I was like in middle school. But I feel like this represents some sort of old community or old group. All these people kept like walking away from me and giving me like dirty looks and like being really gross towards me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the flower shop and start a new life. And they were just like walking on the road to nowhere. Like they didn't know where they were going kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the warehouse, start a new life, pick up on some stuff that I left in a safe space while I was fighting for my life. It's like maybe that, I don't know, there was something, I don't know where this bias came from. These false accusations, this irresponsibility in the dream, I never found that out. And maybe that's why HQ was like, this documentation, they were concerned, they was like, this is wrong. Like, we didn't, they were very precise people. They didn't, like, misplace documentation. They didn't mess it up. It's like somebody has, like, meddled in your shit. Because once I thanked them, before I left them, I said, they have been meddling with this stuff for quite a while in the earthly realm. I said meddling, okay? Somebody has been meddling in your stuff, collective. I don't know if this is in your Akashic records is what's coming through. And I've had a few dreams recently about libraries, about books. And there was one where I had like a memory loss from October 28th to November 17th. Don't know why I remember those specific dates when I woke up. Those were the specific dates, okay? It's like somebody tried to wipe your memory, or someone tried to steal a file or some sort of documentation. Someone, somehow, somewhere has been meddling in your destiny, your fate. Someone has been tweaking something. Somebody has been messing with something. I've also been picking up on monetary stuff, okay? Like somebody, I don't know, collective, if you know somebody that does some sort of spell work, or dabbles in some sort of illegal, darker, spiritual practices, okay? Because I took this to HQ, and I also just had 2 dreams recently in court. My throat's starting to itch. Someone doesn't want me to talk about this. Okay. Someone is... Oh, excuse me. Someone has... And there's the money. Unfinished. Pride of riches... delay, failure. Someone has been meddling in your shit, okay? Now, I don't know who that's gonna be for you, but maybe you'll have a guess. I don't know. I'm gonna read the signs we have on the board right now. We have Aries, we have Libra, we have fixed signs, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and we have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's what we have on the board right now. Okay. So, by the way, those don't even have to resonate. That just might be confirmation for someone. Okay. But somebody has been messing with your Akashic records, with your path, with your destiny, with your fate. Someone has been meddling something. Okay, somebody could be either in the astral or in your physical reality, your earthly realm, could be making some sort of false accusations or dishonesty, some sort of lies here. Okay, somebody could be making you out to be someone you are not, and somebody could be taking tests as you. Like somebody could be like, there could be somebody like, man, I don't want to say that, Spirit. Gotta say everything that comes to me. Okay, there could be somebody that's posing as you. Like energetically posing as you, or like wearing your energy. Ugh. What the fuck? Spirit, what is this? We have the upper reverse. Stop it. It's down the table. Okay, we have the Tower card, and we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay, somebody, frustrated action, failure to give of oneself, lack of sacrifice. Someone decided to, instead of doing the work that it took, like you did in the past, 4+ years, however long it was for you, okay? Instead of going within and cleaning out the pool area, right? They decided to cut corners and meddle in your spiritual, I heard spiritual authority, meddle with your spiritual authority, with your spiritual position, okay? Make you out to be someone you are not, either in the physical or in the astral, okay? Or both. But of course, everything starts in the astral, okay? So if this hasn't grounded for you yet, in time it will, right? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this could have been a group of people. This could have been in the astral, if it hasn't grounded yet, a group of entities. Okay, but there is some sort of tower that is coming to this person or these people or these entities that did not make sacrifices, okay? That decided to cut corners, that decided to abuse some sort of position, that decided to meddle with your money, to steal your money, and not just money, but your material, your 3D, your earthly realm, meddle with your path, your mission. Okay, the distraction with all the slides. Somebody, maybe while you were being distracted, while things were being rebuilt in your life, while you were going through this dark night of the soul, someone got in there, someone distracted you, and you went on some sort of like mindless path or faithless, or maybe you were like distracted by some sort of fun or escapism, and maybe there was a period of time where you didn't do work for a little bit or something like that. And during that time, someone messed with a bunch of stuff, reconstructed a bunch of things, deconstructed a bunch of things. Oh, my back's starting to hurt. Ooh. Ooh. Someone put a lot of weight on your shoulders. There was a lot of weight that you had to carry that you weren't even meant to carry. Okay? Someone failed a test in your name. Like there was something that was supposed to come to you sooner than it is going to, or than it has, collective. A tower is coming to this person or these people. Okay, the Hanged Man is Pisces energy. We have the Tower. We have Scorpio energy here. Destruction, upheaval, reality check. There's someone or some people that are about to have some sort of reality check. I heard harsh. Some sort of harsh reality check, okay? Where your strength was tested, these people's strength is going to be tested. Where they failed to make sacrifice, they're going to be forced to make some sort of sacrifice. Or sacrifices. Okay? There's some sort of low blows, okay? Sloppiness, lack of skill. Something that someone took the position of that was not theirs to take. What the fuck am I tapping into? Okay, there was something that failed here, though. Something has failed. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. We have the World card in the reverse. Failure. Lack of fulfillment. Unfinished. Grief for missed opportunity. Emptiness, okay? And these people could be having things taken away from them that they stole. Woo, we have a lot of Scorpio energy on the board. Okay, a lot about death and rebirth. A lot about endings and transitions, okay? Transformations that are happening. We have the Justice card, and it is Libra season, okay? There's a lot of balancing going on here, okay? Flowers represent balance. You are getting a brand new baby plant, okay? You're getting a brand new sense of balance here. Something is coming in to balance something out. This could be the soul tribe. This could be new love. This could be some sort of new aspiration, some sort of like bright idea that is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment and also lasting success. What I said. Lasting success. Fulfillment. We have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This is the phase you're moving into, collective. Okay, for some of you, you could be going into court, or maybe you have to go into court, or you're going to be called into court or something like that, like by officials or something, where you're going to have to provide some sort of information to them, or something of that sort, okay? And maybe this is just in the astral, like it was for me, but something, whatever happens in the astral, grounds into the physical in time, okay, in due time, because the 3D, the third density, it needs some time to catch up to the 5D, right? Because it is so dense. So there's something that eventually you're going to have to provide information to higher ups, okay, to headquarters, to those that rule over some sort of faction of some sort of area of life. Okay, I don't even remember it being said or felt what faction this was, what area of life this was. I just know that someone has been meddling with someone's documentation. Okay, and also someone's and saying that someone has a position that they don't, because everyone thought I worked in this place. There's some sort of collapse to some sort of false narrative. Man, it's giving Matrix. It's giving Matrix. Something that was very controlling. Something that was very oppressive. Confinement. Locked in old ways. Trapped. Okay, yeah, this is giving... What the fuck? This is giving Matrix. This is fucking heavy. No wonder my back is hurting. Collective, I'm going to cut the video off here, and I'm going to go into part 2, okay? It's just that I don't know if my phone's going to let me go over 60 minutes, and I'm at 51 here. But we're going to go into part 2. I also have to take a potty break. So you do the same. Drink some water. I'll be back.